scored as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Atlanta Falcons. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
They're on 20-yard line.
They go play action now. Ryan looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Second and goal from the 1. Now Haskins to throw it. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Washington 7, Falcons nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Gurley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at
the good run on first down, followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down.
Craig Stroman back deep waiting for it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Haskins. And he will find his man on the outside. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
13.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A huge play there for Washington. 54 yards.
Washington.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
The 1st down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's 2nd down now.
The tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with this Washington 7.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
at their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davis.
A gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And it's 3rd down.
A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack.
Here's Haskins out of the gun.
He'll air this one out deep for Sims.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
And it's fielded at the 34. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended target on that one, Russell Gage.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They go play action with Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
It's caught. Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
1st down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Gurley, the ball carrier.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
21-yard line.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Hayden Hurst, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. This is Freeman. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From just shy of midfield, Haskins. And an incomplete pass.
Haskins pass.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Haskins on 3rd down.
And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time.
Picked off near the 42. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Washington first down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
1st and 10.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan looking deep for Julio. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 45-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught at the 10. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time was a pretty one play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab it.
He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he finds McLaurin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
First down, Washington.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
First and goal.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Haskins will throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another carry now for Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
43-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Falcons will extend their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Falcons 31, Washington 10.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. It's Ryan. Looking end zone for Jones. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
Is no good.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll throw from the gun. Open man here, Sims complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He wants it all for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They go play action now. Ryan looking deep for Julio. This is caught. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Greg Stroman on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Off the play fake. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Falcons 44, Washington 10.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Freeman again.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
On the play.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Haskins to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Yeah, he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd down.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Brings up back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
Number 24.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal. At the 10.
Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.